2-0 Atletico Madrid.
2-0 Atleti. Finally getting an away win. They head into this one with not a single away win to their name, but they finally pulled it off. This is what it means for the top half of the La Liga standings. Atletico de Madrid right there up to fourth position, just 1 point behind Villarreal, who are in third, but they were able to put some breathing space in between them and Real Betis. Both of them went into this game today level on points, but it's Atleti who take 3 points back to the capital. Well, speaking of Atletico de Madrid, we have a former Atleti man himself, our Luis Garcia. Luis, Atleti Cholo Simeone bouncing back from what was a humbling game and loss to Arsenal in the Champions League. They finally get their away win. How did you see this game? What stood out to you?
Not many things, to be honest. First thing is there is a clean sheet. That's something good. Another thing is that they made a fantastic first 45 minutes. At least they were very clinical. They had a couple of options, and 2 goals is always a good thing, the first 45. But once again,
it's true. We kind of did erase Atletico de Madrid in terms of the La Liga title race. We kept it at the 2-horse race that it usually is between Real Madrid and Barcelona. But looking at it now and the way Barca are going, they are only 3 points behind them. Could Atleti be onto something here?
For the league title?
Or at least maybe second.
Okay. Maybe I'm not erasing them just yet.
Okay.
But I feel like
there's a big but coming.
But you know when you have a bad eraser, right? and you go over it, and it doesn't really erase the whole thing.
It just smudges it.
It smudges. It just kind of gets the paper dirty. That's how I feel about Atletico Madrid right now. They're not fully erased. Not fully erased from the title contention, but I don't think they're anywhere near it. I see Atletico Madrid today in the first half, and I'm thinking, okay, interesting. Maybe there is link up between Baena and Julian Alvarez. How does the relationship between Alex Baena, not only with Julian Alvarez, but Nico Gonzalez over here, Giuliano Simeone over there. Pablo Barrios got injured today, so that's a problem, that's a concern. But the midfield working well, defensively solid enough. I'm thinking 45 minutes, I like this from Atletico Madrid. And they're nowhere near the level of Real Madrid, at least in the differential. If they were to play Real Madrid every weekend at the Metropolitano with that sort of energy, with that sort of intensity and the mindset of us against the world, yeah, I'll take Atletico Madrid. Because in that sort of environment, they thrive. But when it's about them creating opportunities and scoring goals consistently and then taking a step forward and remaining in an advanced position in their line of confrontation, they're unable to do that with any sort of consistency. Can't trust this team to hang around for too much longer.
But here's my issue. This has been the conversation around Simeone for years.
I know, Shaka. I believe I've made that same breakdown for the last 7 years.
Yeah, and that's the frustrating thing to it. You know, Luis highlights Lo Celso. I'll talk about Simeone. Outstanding players. And this Atletico Madrid side can produce some outstanding football. But I'll be honest, they scored in the 3rd minute, and I thought, this is going to be a long 87 minutes here. Because that's just who Atletico Madrid continue to show themselves to be over some time. Now, granted, they gave us 42 more minutes, but then the second half was really one to forget. So to your question about can they really run down Real Madrid, who are top with Barcelona, no. In the early goings, they'll stay close. But then too often, I just think some of this negativity comes back to haunt them in the long run over the bigger picture.
But they're not close to Real Madrid. They're 8 points behind.
Yeah.
So that's why I say maybe not erased, but certainly a smudge. They're not in the conversation. No. This is a team that just won their first away game of the season, and we're nearly in November. So they cannot be in a title conversation just yet.
Luis, well, we'll take baby steps then, and we won't look at the big picture for Atletico de Madrid because, as Ale said in the pre-show, it's hard to always look at the big picture for them. But up next, they're back at the Metropolitano. They have Sevilla. We know that it has been a bit of a fortress for Atletico de Madrid. So do you see them making it back-to-back wins?
Well, they got Sevilla, they got Levante, I think, and Getafe. They are three teams that, we can think on, at least on paper, they can get the 3 points and create that momentum. I think that the consistency there is talking is going to be very important. It's okay to become solid playing away against Betis and scoring 2 goals. It looks like a fantastic, but if you see really what Atletico Madrid can provide, cannot give you that doubt. Can they make it again? Can they do it in a consistent way? Can they do it 3 back-to-back or 3 4 games? Because back-to-back is only 6 points and you're still far away from the top 2, and you need to keep that consistency. So that's the main concern. Now, Pablo Barrios is going to be out, hopefully not for many weeks, because definitely is a very important player into the middle of the park, waiting for Almada to get back to the fitness. Cardoso is still not on the list. So this kind of situation are not helping to Atletico Madrid to keep that consistency that is needed. And if you want to arrive to the last part of the season with options to win the league, or at least be closer to the top 3 teams or top 2 teams on the table, you need that consistency. Consistency in the last third, scoring goals with Sorloth, with Julian Alvarez, with Griezmann, with Alex Baena, with all of those players in top form, counting with Juliano and Nico, of course, but also at the back, not conceding goals. So very important today, clean sheet. Now they have to build on this. If you are going to play against Sevilla and concede again goals, then you are back again on what we've seen Atletico de Madrid so far this season. So not enough. You need the consistency.
All right, well, Real Betis won't have very long to lick their wounds because they are back in action again during the week, because the Copa del Rey is back on ESPN, an absolute plethora of games that you could choose. All the action starts on Tuesday. As for Betis, they're in action on Thursday against Palma del Rio, 4 p.m. Eastern time for that game on ESPN+. All right, just a reminder, in earlier La Liga action, Atletico de Madrid went up against Real Betis, and Atleti won that game by 2-0, their first away win all season. I'm sure it was a big moment for Cholo Simeone and his men. Our Alex Kirkland managed to get some post-match reaction from Jan Oblak.
Jan, it finally arrived, that victory away from home. What was the difference today?
Finally arrived. I don't remember when we win last time outside, so really important 3 points, and the difference, I honestly don't know. I'm just happy about 3 points. That's the most important. I think we did really good in the first half. We played good. We was good with the ball. We had chances to score. Then in the second half, I think we went too much on back, and we was in low block, where we are not comfortable. But in the end, 2-0, like I said, important victory, and happy for the team.
Love to hear that Jan Oblak is not a fan of that low block. Anyways, for more La Liga content, you can head on over to our YouTube channel, and while you're there, make sure to subscribe.